Hello, good evening, and welcome to a new food4Rhino webinar. Today it's about jewelry. It's about 2Shapes. This is a new jewelry design plugin developed by 2Shapes. We have with us today Rafael del Molino. He's the CEO of the company, an expert developer of Rhino plugins. In the past, he developed RhinoGold and also Clayoo. This was a subdivision modeler previous to the subd technology we have in Rhino today, and to Xavier Garcia, who is an application engineer and also sales guy of the company. So thanks, Rafa and Xavi, for being here. We are very glad to watch your presentation. Okay. To the audience, please remember that there is a chat on there is a chat panel on the right side of your screen. Feel free to post your questions there, your feedback. I will take note of everything you say there. And then at the end of the webinar, during the last 15-20 minutes, we will ask Rafa and Xavi, we will pass them your questions and feedback. By the way, we have Bob McNeel with us here. Hello, Bob. Nice to see you. But maybe Bob will have also some comments at the end of the webinar. Okay, Rafa. So welcome and thanks for being here. You can start with your presentation and live demo.
Okay, thank you, Carlos, and all the food4Rhino team and McNeel team for having us. We have a lot of things to show today. Let me share the screen. Okay. Okay. Then today we will talk about 2Shapes for Rhino. Is a plugin design. It's a design plugin for jewelry in Rhino. Just a quick introduction about us. We are 2Shapes Technologies, and we are located in Zaragoza. Zaragoza is a city in Spain between Barcelona and Madrid. In the middle, just in the middle, is Zaragoza. But we are with resellers and training centers around the globe in more than 25 countries. Just a quick introduction. I think, Carlos, you already done. We were developing a Rhino plugin for a lot of years, and also I developed RhinoGold and Clayoo. Okay. The agenda for today will be very simple. We will talk about 2Shapes. We already done, and we will talk about 2Shapes design and 2Shapes for Rhino, and what's new in our new version of 2Shapes for Rhino. Later, as Carlos said, we have questions and answers. Well, basically, 2Shapes is a suite of products and services for jewelry and diamond industries. Okay, we have 9 applications, 2 of them for design. Okay, before to jump to the design part, I would like to talk about 2 of them. Is retail, okay, because are connected with 2Shapes for Rhino. Then the idea is we develop an application called 2Shapes Retail that allow that you design something in Rhino, and then you publish in our cloud, and then your sales guys can use this geometry to customize designs in front of your customer. Okay, it's like an advanced point of sale. Basically, all the designs that you create in 2Shapes for Rhino, you can upload to our cloud. Okay, and then you have a very easy studio to design and so on. One interesting thing, it's work in any TV or iPad or any device. Okay, also the same designs that you have, you can upload to your e-commerce. We have an app that allows us to create e-commerce. Then the idea is exactly the same. It's a full e-commerce with all your designs. And the good part of that, all the designs that you created and you upload to 2Shapes Cloud, automatically you can edit and change the parameters, the finger size, the stone size, everything. Okay, and as you can see here, this studio is not for CAD modelers. For sure, for you see, this is too simple. Okay, but this is for salespeople in the stores and also for people visiting your website. Okay, a lot of functionalities like configurators, Okay, and also you can create your app. Okay, that's really, really cool. Not only the e-commerce, not only retail, but also your app. Okay, with your catalog, pricing, everything. Okay. Then let's jump in design. Okay. For design, we have two applications. Okay, one is 2Shapes Design. Okay, is a basic design tool. Okay, and 2Shapes for Rhino is an advanced design tool. Okay, the idea is for very basic stuff, you can use 2Shapes Design. If you need a little bit more, you must jump to 2Shapes for Rhino. The good part of that is when you purchase 2Shapes for Rhino, you have automatically 2Shapes Design, and in the same way. Okay, then when you purchase one of them, you have both. Okay, then you don't need to choose what is the best for you. You can start with one, okay, and continue with the other. Okay, just to show the level, depending of the level of complexity. If you want to create a solitaire or wedding ring, you can do it with everything. Okay, with 2Shapes for Rhino or 2Shapes Design. But if you want to create pavés, you want to create a little bit more complex, 2Shapes for Rhino is the tool, because you have all the power of Rhino, okay, and all the power of 2Shapes. Okay. Then just a few slides, I think 3 slices about 2Shapes Design. But it's, as you can see, all these interfaces, you have exactly the same in 2Shapes for Rhino. Okay. But probably the most interesting thing is you can design in an iPad, or you can design in a mobile device. Okay. Okay, any device, even in a TV, you can run 2Shapes Design in a TV without any computer. Okay. Also, you have the libraries. You will see the same in 2Shapes for Rhino. We provide you a lot of models, but you can add, and we recommend that you add your own designs. You can import your Rhino files for sure. Okay. And this is really nice because we have continuity. 2Shapes continuity allow us to start designing in your cell phone and save it, and then open Rhino and continue in Rhino, save it and continue in your iPad. Okay. Then you don't need to decide what is the platform that you want to use. Okay. At the beginning, you can swap anytime. Okay. Okay. I start with 2Shapes Design. I need more. I want to create, I don't know. Then. Okay. Other interesting thing about 2Shapes Design, and we are trying to add that in 2Shapes for Rhino, is automatic rendering. Okay. You save the file and you have automatically all the renders in the most common materials. Okay. And we have color, all the same, all the models has exactly the same color. Okay. Then that's really nice because all the yellow gold looks exactly the same. Okay. And also you can tag and define a lot of parameters in your design. Okay. To do search and a lot of things. Okay. And integration with e-commerce, of course, anything you design in 2Shapes Design or 2Shapes for Rhino, you can upload to your e-commerce. Okay. Well, now 2Shapes for Rhino. Then the idea is, we know that Rhino is a standard in jewelry. Okay. We know that for a lot of years. There are some countries that it's over 80% of market share in jewelry sector. Then we must have our own tool in 2Shapes for Rhino. Then the idea is we create a lot of commands, okay, and functionalities to take advantage of Rhino. Okay. Then the idea is it's completely focused for jewelers. Okay, it's nothing that we adapted. 2Shapes for Rhino, born in Rhino. Okay, and for Rhino, then all the workflow is following the Rhino workflow. In other words, you don't feel the difference if the command is the standard Rhino command or is our command. Okay. Then we have what we say a fairly parametric, lighter than ever software. The idea is we want that we will see now with samples that you can edit, you can modify parts, you can edit anything you need. But the good thing is it's not buggy. Okay. And we don't force you to modify your workflow. Okay. Then you don't need to worry about the parametric. Just you go to the element that you want to edit and you edit Okay, now we will see some examples. Well, the interface, we have different interfaces. Of course, we will do some exercises in the Rhino interface, Rhino 6 and Rhino 7. Let me recommend to use Rhino 7, okay, because they add a lot of new functionalities and we take advantage of that. Okay, then you have an opportunity, please upgrade to 7.0 because there are a lot of things, but it works in Rhino 6. Okay, but also we create our own interface. Then if you want to use dark interface or light interface or pink interface, you can modify everything you want. Okay. Also, we provide you a lot of libraries, and the good thing is 2Shapes4Rhino is connected to 2Shapes Cloud. It means I can save my designs or my elements, and automatically is for all my group. Okay, then all my workmates has access to that. Okay, it's really nice, is the possibility to work all together. Okay. Also, we take advantage of all the new sub-D modeling that Rhino 7 offer. Okay. And also we have some tools to create renders, and we will see, and we can create videos and all these things to share in social media and so on. Okay. And the same that we explained before, you can jump between 2Shapes design and 2Shapes4Rhino. Okay. Then 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, more or less, we released 2Shapes4Rhino 2.0. Okay. And let me, well, we had about 200 new things, but just let me focus on the top 10. Okay, I will focus on the top 10. Now all your cloud models, okay. For example, if some people in your stores is designing something, okay, in retail, you can do load here and export for printing. You can do, okay. Then in one click, you can import from the 2Shapes ecosystem the models that you want. Okay, this is a new functionality. Also, we add, and we have an exercise to do that today, is how we can create technical reporting, gems maps to help to the setter to see the map of a stone or the gem list. Okay, we have an exercise, and you will see in live that. Okay. Also, we add a lot of new functionalities in Onliner. You will see that Onliner is where we have all the parameters of our design. Okay, then also we will see in an exercise how we can edit and create relations and all these things. Okay. Also, we add an asset selector and editor. Also, we will see in an exercise. The idea is if we can create a ring, for example, and we can edit very dynamically and see how the shape is changing. This is really cool. Okay. Also, we have an exercise that we will see is to create this kind of profiles, this work with profiles, and we will design that piece. Okay. We add cutters, okay, for the stone setting. Okay, gems by networks. We have an exercise of that. It's really cool how the system calculates the stones for you. Okay. And also we improve a lot the rendering. Okay, we take advantage of cycles. Cycles is the full rendering for Rhino, and we love it. And we are getting really cool results. Then we create environments, materials, and so on, and then you can just drag and drop and create nice renders. Okay, or videos. It's up to you. Okay, and also we add a tool just to click and export to STL. We have an exercise, okay, today we will see also. Okay, and pavé, okay, we have tools to add pavés and prongs, and it's really cool. Okay, then I think I was talking too fast. Okay, then good. Then we can see and let me. The idea is we have 3 exercises. Then the first one will be this one. The second one, the profile, and genfine networks. Then I will start using the 2Shapes4Rhino interface, and then later we'll open Rhino, and then you can see both. Okay. I think the streaming is getting a lot of resources of my computer. I think that because we're streaming in 4K, okay, and okay, then that's 2Shapes for Rhino in 2Shapes interface. Then basically we have everything in tabs. Okay, you will be familiar with most of the tools that we, if you're a Rhino user. Okay, and also we have the command prompt, and we have all these docking pages here. Okay, then the idea is, let me open this file. We have the recent files. Okay. Okay. Then now I open this design. Okay, this design is very basic ring. Is a cathedral ring with a halo. Okay, and when I open here in Outliner, we have a lot of information. Okay, in the first area we have the global parameters. Okay, like the metal, the rendering mode, what kind of piece is, in this case is a ring, then what is the finger size. Okay, and in the bottom part we have the elements. Okay, we have we have a diamond of 0.46 carats, a halo, and a cathedral ring. Okay, then the idea is when we modify, we have some parameters that are global. Okay, for example, if we modify the metal, for example, we want to modify rose gold 18. Okay, automatically apply to all the components. Okay, then this is a property of the document that we know now. This design is rose gold, and what it affects for the rendering, and also affects for the cost, affects also the weight, everything. Okay, it's not just a rendering property, also is a physical property. Okay, then other interesting thing is, for example, other thing that we have is we have the finger size. We create a ring, then we have the option just to come here and change the finger size. Now we have the American, but we have all the regions that you want. Okay, then let me change to 7.5. Okay, then now I change that, and as you can see now, these elements are in orange. It means, okay, the elements are not updated. Okay, one of the good thing of the 2Shapes parametric is not doing nothing in background. Okay, then your Rhino is as fast as always. Okay, then, but now when you modify a global parameter, then the idea is you need to refresh that components. Then anytime you want, you click here, and as you can see, now it's updated. Okay, and adapt the finger size and adapt everything. Okay, I think it's pretty easy concept. Then, for example, here in diamonds, I want to edit this diamond, and the customer tell me, okay, the stone that we have is a little bit less. I want to use 1 carat stone. Then just I come here, okay, and I change. Okay, as you can see in real time, you see the difference. Okay, then now just we need to regenerate, and the halo knows that it depends of the stone. Then now the halo is adapted. Okay, in the same way, if you drag the stone or you do anything. Okay, and then, for example, maybe here you want to adapt the cathedral. Easy, you can click the cathedral and click on edit, or just click here and edit. Okay, and then you can modify. Okay, and you have the result. Okay, then the good thing is everything is in real time. Everything that you change, you see the results, and we add all these gambles that will allow you to define. Anytime that you want, go and check the value and type what you want. But if you want to work a little bit more flexible, more from a design point of view, you can do it. Okay, just with a gumballs. Then good. Then now we changed the finger size, and we changed the main stone. Okay, obviously we can change everything about all the elements. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is to check what is the weight of that. Okay, because we are designing, but then we can click on weight and see. Okay, now it's analyzing, and it's telling me, okay, in rose gold 18 is 611 grams, and we have in diamonds, in this case, because everything is diamond, is 1.35 carats. Okay, it's super easy. Okay, then anytime you have the width. Imagine that you want to create a technical report for production. Okay. Then the idea is very simple. We come to drafting. Okay. And we have report. Then if we click on report, automatically create the technical report with the standard 4 views and some other information. Okay, you can customize your logo and you can customize everything. The idea is let me change, because I prefer to use render it for the perspective. Okay, and here you can do what you want. You have all the Rhino tools to do what you want. Okay. Also, I would like to add the gems map. Okay, then the idea is super simple. Just we click on gems map. Sorry, and click a point. Then just we need to click a point where we want. Okay, and here we have all the gems map. Then in this case it's very simple, because just we have two sizes, the big one and the rest. But imagine that you have multiple, because we have gens by 2 curve, for example, that it creates multiple sizes. Then it really is really useful. And also the gem list. Okay, the gem list, as we click, okay, and we have the list of our stones. Okay, 1 stone of 1 carat. Okay, and we have 29. Okay, it's really, really simple. Okay, then imagine that you want to send to production that. Okay, if I'm talking too fast, please let us know in the chat and say okay. Then imagine that you want to export that to production. You want to print in STL. We have a really nice property for the document. Is the mode. Okay, in the mode we can change anytime from rendering to manufacturing. And what's that? Okay, now we will change to manufacturing, and it affecting this chain affect to these 2 elements. Then now we refresh. Okay, and now we have the prongs longer for production. Okay, then now if we want to export to STL, we come to 3D printing. We have integration with the most common 3D printing tools like Siga, Freeform, Geomagic. Okay, but you can also add any other. But here with click STL, is checking everything, is checking the solid, is closing the solid, is decimating, is doing a lot of things, but it's completely transparent for you. Then my STL to print. Okay. Then now you have the file for printing. Okay, obviously it remove all the stones and remove all the things that are not printable. Okay. Okay, then let me go back to rendering and refresh. And now one thing that we will do will be do the rendering. Okay, we want to create a nice image to share in our social media or to a customer. Okay, then here we have a tab called render and animation, and the concept is very simple. Okay, you can drag and drop materials. Okay, for example. Okay, now the first material is taking a little bit more because it's setting all the scene, the shadows, everything. Okay, the environment and so on. Then the idea is you can drag the materials, or you can just select. Okay, if you want to select this one and say, okay, I want to apply. I think I applied 18. Okay. Okay. Then I will apply here this one. Okay. And I think, yeah, and also the prongs. We cannot forget the prongs. Okay, the thing it's one object, but we don't do the booleans and all these things. Then if you want to change a prong, you want to change anything, you can do it inside the command, but also you have the freedom to do it inside Rhino. You say, no, I feel comfortable using a scale. I feel better using, I don't know, cage, anything. Then you can do it. Okay, then the second tab is gemstones and pearls. Okay, then let me just dragging this one, and I will use a ruby here. Okay, Nice. Then also we have this cool functionality of Rhino that we can just preview a render in one area because I want to see how is the Ruby in that area. Okay, then I can do the render just of a part. Okay, I have a very standard video card. Okay, I have an NVIDIA, I think 1050. Okay, it's very simple video card. Okay, then for sure in your computer will run faster than in mine. Okay, and why you don't buy a super fast? Because if not, it will be, everything will be so beautiful for me and not for the users. Then it is test the software with a let me stop that because the ground, I didn't define the ground. I will use a basic reflection ground. Okay, and then now I click to render. Okay, then now it's 200 steps. We recommend you, depending of if you have diamonds, maybe 500 can be a good okay. But I repeat, now Zoom is getting a lot of resources of the computer. Okay, but it's question of minutes. Okay, then that's all of this exercise. Let me okay, now it's 100, but I think you understand. And the result is really cool. 100, the result is really nice. Okay, let me close. Okay, and that's the exercise. We import the design, we modify the stone, the finger size, we generate a technical report, we create a gens map, we create the report, we export the STL, and we do the render. Okay. Then now let me open because we will do the second exercise, and I would
Rafa,
like to
just
yeah.
One question before
Okay.
you change
yeah.
topic.
Okay.
So our good friend Joan Codina, who is attending the webinar, he asks if production mode also separates the model in different components.
Yes. Yes, the answer is yes. If you want, because all the models new 3D printers don't need only one solid. They can manage multiple closet solids. Then that's what we do. Because, for example, imagine that I send to production and the guy in production say, okay, I'm not agree with that bronze, or I want to modify that, or I want to use magics to do, I don't know. Then yeah, it's completely isolated, and then you can do, yeah, it's not only one model.
Perfect.
In 2Shapes design, when you export, you have the option to define, okay, I'm a SolidScape user, and then I need just one closet mesh, or not. I'm an other 3D printer user, then you have multiple.
Nice.
Thank you, Joan, for the question. Okay. Then let me open Rhino. Okay. Then now, okay, now when you open Rhino, by default, you have the 2Shapes toolbar. Okay, then it's exactly the same. You have the liner here, you have the comments here, and I think you have the render and animation here. Okay, then it's exactly the same. Okay, then the idea now is we will use a new command called profile. Okay, then well, we have a lot of commands to see and so on. Then let me just use the recent files. Okay, then I will use that curve. Okay, then before to show you using that curve, I would like to create very simple curve. Okay, in order to talk about the concept. Okay, this tool profile is a new tool and allow us to add profiles and modify the profiles and see in real time the results. Okay, let me for example come here in in components. Okay, remember that you can dock these toolbars where you want. This is a Rhino, okay. Then the idea is we select a curve or multiple curves, okay, and this is a standard in all our commands. When you open, for example, classic rings, or let me show you with a classic ring will be, we have time, then for example, if we open cathedral, okay, then we see a result, and here we have a lot of presets already created, okay, then presets that you can edit and so on. But here in the standards is the designs that 2Shapes provide you, okay, but in all the commands you have the option to add your own designs, okay, and save your own designs. And here we have organization. In organization you can save your, for example, if you edit that and you like it, you can save it in your organization, okay. This is why we have a standard and we have organization presets, okay. Then here is exactly the same, okay. When we come to profiles and we select one curve, here we have the presets, and then we click, okay, and we see, okay, different shapes and okay. Then the idea is you can select and say, okay, I like that, or we can modify here anything, or we can click here and edit, and inside here we can modify everything that we want, okay. But the concept basically is we have multiple profiles that we can edit and we can rotate and so on. Let me show you how we can apply that in a real design, okay. Then as before, we select the curve, and in this case I don't want to select any preset, okay, and Brave, okay. Then I come to edit. Then the idea is we can start adding profiles, or we can just come here and add multiple profiles. Then we click here, add 2 profiles, voila, and here we have the result, okay. Then as you can see, we have 2, okay. We can modify the height and the width, and you can see, okay, the distance that you are modifying, okay. But also here you have the number 1, okay. Also you can come here and edit. Then you can click here, edit, okay, and here you have all the parameters. You say, no, I'm an engineer, okay, I want 3.55. Then we can change here and we adapt any exactly dimension, okay. Also we can come and we have the profiles, we have the standard profiles that 2Shapes provide you, and also the organization. Then you, okay, then here we will choose this one, okay. Good. Then now let me modify this one. We will do a little bit bigger here, okay. Then I will, okay, more or less. You will see that I'm not a good designer. I'm not a designer, okay. But if I can do it, you can do it for sure, okay. Then okay, we have a very simple. We have one preset. We have one profile at the beginning. Then let me check. Okay, nice. Then the idea is now I want to add a new one. Then one thing we can do is come here, add, and say where you want. You say, okay, I want more or less here, okay. Then the point is you can modify anytime, okay. Anytime you can modify the position, and you can modify everything. But also this is a new functionality that we're releasing in this new version, and it's available in most of the commands, bezel, basket, okay. Is when you come to edit, you can edit and choose one from the library, or you can come here and edit profile, okay. And it's really nice because you can modify, and in real time you can see how it's changing the shape, okay. Okay, we can add more points, we can do what we want, okay. We can do what we want, okay. Then the idea is now we click okay, and voila, here we have, okay, our design, okay. Then yeah, probably in this one, I will choose something round, this one. Okay. Okay. Done. Then now our profile is here. Then anytime I can change everything. Okay. Then the next step is that we will do is we will add a stone. Here we have a lot of ways to create the stones. Okay, from our stock library and so on. I will just create a diamond. Okay, a round diamond. We have a lot of shapes and a lot of compounds. Okay, but it will be 2 millimeters. Okay, and then we click to add, and we have it here. And this is a gemstone. It's a standard Rhino object. Rhino understands that this is a gemstone. Okay, but you can modify and you can do like any other Rhino object. Okay, good. And then we will create a vessel. Okay. I repeat this exercise a lot of times, and every time the design looks worse, you know, but for sure you can do it better than me. But the idea is you have exactly the same library. Before I was creating my own vessel, and now we have it here. Okay. Okay. Then if you want to select it, okay. And of course, everything is here. Okay, that's all about this exercise. Is there any question, or I can jump to the third?
Yes, there are a couple of questions. Well, first one is more generic. If it's from William Bishop, and it's about Mac version of 2Shapes.
I like that you asked me that question. Okay, we want to do it. Okay, but I have some concerns about Mac and what is the direction that Apple is going. Okay, I'm a Mac developer for a lot of years. Here I have my iMac and I have my MacBook Pro. Okay, I'm a Mac user. But I'm not sure if Apple will follow us in graphics performance and all these things. Then even today I asked a question in the developers forum about Mac. Okay, then it's in our mind, but I'm scared if the hardware will allow us to arrive to the same level that we can arrive in 2Shapes for Rhino. That's the reason. Okay, we invest 1 year of development, and then we will have a product probably not as powerful. Our plans is we start to migrate some commands, and it's working. Okay, but it's I cannot give you an official answer. I can share with me my thought. I can share with you my thoughts, but
okay.
I don't know. Probably the answer.
We will continue working together with our development teams, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Bob is saying, told to us about Mac. I mean, you are already doing that. You know all of our developers.
No, I'm sending email every week. They all of them.
M1 processors are already supported on Rhino 7. And yeah, I know that we are also working hard to support Metal and all of the graphic.
Okay.
Well, the new graphic displays, pipelines. And one more question by William Bishop. He says, you show the manufacturer button. Is there a render option that smooths and bends prongs for a smooth look?
Well, by default, all the prongs are drawn. Okay, then in rendering, when you create any, okay, well, the stone is too small to, it's too small to add a basket probably, but okay. The idea is by default, all the prongs are rounded, okay, and you have options to modify this rounded. Okay, here you have options. I think, well, for sure is here that option. Then yes, you can modify this rounded. We are adding another way that I don't know exactly what is the I cannot remember exactly the word in English, but it's this kind of bronze that is like a I don't know the word. Okay, but now everything is rounded. Then for rendering is okay, but in the future we will adding this kind of settings that I don't remember the word. Xavi, do you remember? Okay. Okay, then Xavi, did you hear? I didn't understand, but yeah, this kind of settings. Okay, but if you want another kind of setting, let us know. We will add it. Okay. Is okay? I continue. Okay.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. No. Okay.
I thought you were asking Xavi.
Yeah. No. I asked it to Xavi, but Xavi, I didn't understand your
claw, like a claw. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then yeah, that's the work. It's like a fingers of cat is the way that we say in Spanish, but I don't know how as Xavi said. Okay. Then the last exercise is I want to show you how we can add stones using multiple cores. Okay, for example, we have this case. Okay, and we want to add stones here. Okay, then in order to do that, we have a lot of commands: gens by one curve, gens by two curves. But we will use gens by network. The concept of that tool is it's very simple. We select curves, okay, and that's really cool because you can do it in circles, okay, or change to okay. Then the idea is the system is detecting the intersections, okay. Then as you can see here, okay, automatically when you modify, okay, is adapting and calculating the intersections. Then the idea is we can modify the sizes in global, okay, or we can come here and say, no, I want to come here and I want 3 millimeters. Okay, and the system it's calculating from 3 millimeters to 1.2 in that case. Okay, then in this case we can click here and say, okay, we want to use 2.5. Okay, here we keep the same intersection. Okay, here we have 2.5. Okay, and the system is calculating all these gradients. Okay, then here we can type 3 millimeters. Okay, then okay, we can just apply, and here we have the result. We have 98 diamonds and a total of 1.3 carats. Okay, it helps us a lot. Okay, when we are doing these things. Okay, then okay, let me present. Okay, we do the profiles and the gens by network, and this is all the 3 exercises. But now I want to answer some possible questions, like how I can learn 2Shapes for Rhino. Okay, 2Shapes for Rhino is available in 13 languages. We have a lot of learning material that now I will show you. We have schools and training centers, and the technical support is included. Okay, always. You can go to the forum, you can call us, you can write to support. Now I will give you details about that. Okay, about tutorials. Okay, we have a lot of tutorials in our website, and the good thing is you can see different cases, and you see the commands, the level of complexity, and all these tutorials you can see it in PDF or you can see it in video. It's up to you. If you prefer in video, some people prefer in video, some people prefer in paper, then both are here. Okay, then we have trial version. Then you can load Rhino trial and 2Shapes trial, and then you can use the exercise, and you have support even in the trial. Okay, depending on the level of complexity and so on. There are a lot. There are a lot. If you miss one and you say, okay, Rafa, you forgot to do this kind of, okay, let us know and we will do. Okay. Also, we have our YouTube channel that you can see a lot of videos. Okay. And we have courses, we have trainings, okay, and we have 2Shapes4Rhino trainings and 2Shape design trainings, okay. Let me talk about pricing, okay. The pricing of 2Shapes, we have different options, but we have 2Shapes Suite is everything, okay, design, 2Shapes4Rhino, e-commerce, retail, factory, all the things that you want. You have it in Suite. If you're a designer and you say, Rafa, now I don't need to have my e-commerce, maybe tomorrow, but not today. Okay, then you have 2Shapes One, and then it's 500 euros in Europe, and I think in the rest of the globe is $600 US. Okay, then and you have both. This is a price per user per year. It's a subscription. Okay, and some people will say, yeah, but always I'm talking about problems. Myself, I create the problem to answer. Okay. Okay. The good thing of that is 2Shapes is based on cloud. We are adding more functionalities on the cloud, the rendering, the sharing files, a lot of things. Then we love that. We cannot sell that in a perpetual license. In a perpetual license, we cannot guarantee you that in 10 years we will have the servers running. Okay, then I think the good point of that is 500 euros is about 40 euros per month. Okay, is a Spanish coffee per day. Okay, it's a euro a little bit more. Okay, then and the good thing is after 1 year you decide, okay, I don't like 2Shapes. Okay, I love it. I need 3 more. Okay, then it's more flexible. I think from the financial point of view, for 2Shapes it's worse, but for you, I think it's better because you can choose. Okay. Also, you can find our partners. Okay, when you go to /buy, you will find my closest partner, and then you can find around the globe. If you don't find it, let us know. Okay. And okay, today we start the training of 2Shapes4Rhino. Okay, okay, in 12 minutes we will start the training. Okay, and it will be today and Thursday. Okay, obviously it has a cost, okay, of 300 euros, but for all the people who is in live, if you go, we offer 3 free seats. Okay, then if I know that we don't have time, but if you want, go to 2shapes.com/courses, click on 2Shapes4Rhino, buy a professional seat, and when you click professional, you have the option to define promo code, and you add food4Rhino. Okay, and it will be completely free. Okay, for the 3 first people. Okay, and I don't know if there is any other question?
Many thanks, Rafa. We enjoy your presentation and demo a lot. And yes, there are a few questions. By the way, first of all, to close the thing with the Mac version, while you were explaining that you are waiting a little to decide it, Bob McNeel mentioned that we are in contact with Apple, and that we expect Rhino 8 to be as fast or even faster on a Mac than on a PC.
Okay, okay. My scare wasn't for Rhino, wasn't for the hardware of Mac, more than but when no doubt about that, then we will continue in that direction. Thank you.
And yeah, there are some questions. Well, one which might be obvious, but I guess it depends on the modules you buy, is if Rhino is required to run 2Shapes. Of course, 2Shapes4Rhino requires Rhino.
Yeah, and the others don't require Rhino.
Okay.
Okay, the 2Shapes design don't require Rhino, and 2Shapes4Rhino requires Rhino. Okay.
And they are compatible. You said that you can work with an or other on different devices, so on the PC or on an iPad, iPhone, etc., and
Yeah, in
then
the case of
continue
the
working and editing the same model, right?
yeah, then yeah, then it's completely compatible. It's up to you. If you are a Rhino user, there is no doubt. Go to 2Shapes for Rhino. It doesn't make any sense that you go to 2Shapes design. It's in the case that you are starting and okay, I want to play to be designer, 2Shapes design. But it's a basic thing. It's nothing. It's different. Okay, we don't have Rhino. Okay.
And you can always change between the 2Shapes interface or the Rhino interface with a 2Shapes toolbar, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because at the end is Rhino. Okay, just even you can copy and paste between them, and I send you a 3D file and you don't know the difference. Okay, because it's exactly the same.
Well, there might be some custom data.
Yeah, but if you are in 2Shapes for Rhino, in Rhino interface, and exactly. I am in 2Shapes interface, you open and you see the liner with all the data, and you don't know.
If you export the 3D model to a non-2Shapes user, he will have the geometry, but of course, the features that you have developed for 2Shapes won't be there, right?
Yeah, you will have all the geometry. Yeah, because at the end is geometry of Rhino. The only thing is 2Shapes knows is say, hey, this is not a solid. This is a gem. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
You will lose the attributes and the parametrics.
Yeah. But I think that probably I can, if you open a 3D file without 2Shapes and you modify one element, the other elements still keep everything.
Keep there.
Yeah. You don't lose nothing. If you use 2Shapes for Rhino and tomorrow you don't like it, you can continue with Rhino without any problem.
What about if you import a model that was created with plain Rhino? You can tell that model, okay, now this is a prong, and then 2Shapes will treat this as a prong or convert it into a prong, for example.
Okay. In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. Okay. The best answer for me is telling you no. Any other geometry that you create in Rhino, we call it static elements. Then we can modify things. And even, for example, I want to create something in sub-D and I can scale the ring and it's scaling with all this data. But I cannot create a torus in sub-D and say, hey, this is now a basket, okay? Or this is a prong. No, because I cannot identify what is the topology and so on. Then, but if you create your own basket and you move the stone and you scale, the basket will follow you. But you cannot change the thickness, or you cannot change the things that you can change in 2Shapes for Rhino.
I see. Okay. Thanks. There are one question by Asif Mondal. I mean, you told already about it. If 2Shapes supports sub-D, yes, it does, right?
Yeah.
Sub-D modeling.
Yeah.
And if there is sub-D claw or sub-D shank, I'm not sure I understand it.
Not yet. Not yet means we have sub-D classic ring and sub-D signet ring, but it's not released yet. It's working in my computer some days.
Okay, because sub-D is available to third-party developers on the Rhino SDK, so you can expand its functionality. Also, I wanted to ask if now that we have sub-D, you are planning any sculpting tools in 2Shapes?
Okay, we thought about that. With sub-D, we can do most of the organic things that because in the past in Clayoo, the plugin that we developed in the past, we had sub-D and also we have some sculpting. Probably 90% of the geometries we do it in sub-D. Then our okay, I would like to do it because I do it in the past and I think it can be easy for us. But we have a list of things like version for Mac before to go sculpting. If the user thinks it's important, let us know and we will add it. Okay.
There is a forum on the 2Shapes website. So I to all the audience here, we invite you to post there and place your wishes there. Also, by the way, there is okay, one more question by Asif Mondal. Is there any kind of integration with Grasshopper?
No, officially no.
Officially not. That means you are working on that.
All the kernel of 2Shapes from day one is ready to integrate with Grasshopper. Then because it's completely isolated. Okay. Then in other words, the 2Shapes plugin is calling to the kernel. Then it's pretty easy to add that. Then the only thing is more a marketing thing. It's things, okay, in Rhino plugin, we are going to as simple as possible. And I would like to know, now we have jewelers here, give us your feedback about, because I don't know if for the plain jewelry is too complicated, Grasshopper. Okay. In the case of architectural, I don't have any doubt. Engineer, I don't have any doubt. Okay. But the jewelers, I don't know how they feel with that. Then if you have any
feedback or examples,
yeah,
or wishes, again on your forum.
It's a morning to migrate some components. Yeah. Then we can start with some basic components, and then if the people need more, okay. But
by the way, we organized a webinar a few months ago. It was about a new book for jewelry design with Rhino and Grasshopper. And there are the authors, including Eva Tuchek and Atsuo Nakajima. They had some nice examples of how to use Grasshopper and Rhino to create jewelry and fashion accessories.
Okay, then I will take a look. For sure.
What else? Sushil Kumar asks if 2Shapes has a built-in library of its own, and if you can create one or edit one.
Yeah. Everything you can edit, copy, and store it. Then all the designs that we provide you here, you select, you change anything, and you save it with your name. Then you save it all in your library. It's not public anymore. You know. Then, for example, if I come to Classic Ring, okay, and I have this ring, okay, and I say, okay, I like a lot this one, and I modify that. Now I want that this design will be only for me. If I click here, I can save it, and then I type a name, my new gold ring, okay, and then you save, okay. Then next time when you enter, or one of your team enter and come to classics, okay, here in organization, you will see that you will find now the server is rendering. Okay, for that reason, we see that our server is rendering now. If we enter in 1 minute, we will see the preview in the same way. Okay, but yeah, you can save from a element point of view, or you can save it from the design point of view. Okay. And also bring you all different designs that, okay, this is a sample, the sample account. I thought it was in my account. I have full of designs. Okay. But yeah, you can. We recommend that because we provide you 2,000, but we are sure that is okay. The jewelry in US or the jewelry in Japan or the jewelry in Italy or Germany or Spain are different. Then we give you the basics, and then you can customize. We recommend that you customize.
Okay, thank you. And last question or comment, it's about, William Bishop says that the sign up button on your website is not working. I'm answering him to send an email to you. Maybe it's something temporary, or maybe it's something with...
No. In theory, if you go to 2Shapes, no, I'm scared. Then click to sign up. Okay. Then now just fill the data here and create account. That's all. Okay. Okay. I don't want to say it's not working, but okay.
If it doesn't,
yes, let me know. Let me know.
To Rafael del Molino, and I'm sure he will fix it. Or sometimes it's the browser, or I don't know.
Yeah.
And well, many thanks, Rafa. Also, many thanks from Asif Mondal. He says that he had been doing lots of tutorials posted by you for your previous companies.
Okay.
And that he enjoyed them a lot. Now he sees your face for the first time, Spanish face.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
mine.
yeah.
And yeah, that you are a great teacher. And well, William says that maybe it's because of Safari that it wasn't working.
Okay.
Sometimes depending on the browsers.
In theory, no, but use Chrome, my
Well, no?
friend.
Safari,
I
Chrome,
use
and Firefox.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rafa, Xavi, many thanks.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure. And also many thanks to the audience. As I mentioned before, this webinar is being recorded. And if you miss one part of it, just check again this link because you will be able to watch it since the beginning.
Okay.
Have a nice evening and good luck with your,
Thank you very much.
your bootcamp now, Rafa and Xavi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.